Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live. My name is Josh Lilquist, and in the last segment, we were getting into some strategies on a bull market. What is a bull market? A bull market is a market, we'll say a stock market, that is going up. A bear market is a stock market that is going down. What are we seeing right now? Well, technically in 2023, we are seeing a bull market. So it's drawing investors back into the markets. The problem is a lot of people are still short on their retirement, and that's what I want to get into and touch here on this next segment. But on the last segment, we had a lot of people texting in for investing classes here at the Academy to see these strategies on how to make smart investing decisions. If you missed that, just text the word investing to the number 210. 210 for 2 seats for this class. When you do that, you're going to receive 2 things. You're going to receive 2 tickets, one for you and one for a friend, but also you're going to receive an insider's kit that has strategies on a bull market, strategies for a stock sell-off, but also retirement strategies that Wall Street just does not talk about. Text the word investing to the number 210 right now for that. And that's what I want to get into, Al, in this segment, is those strategies that Wall Street does not talk about. Now, when we mention Wall Street, that's the big institutions, the big banks, but it also can be considered in your advisor bucket, your advisors, your wealth management people, your brokers. Technically, I would consider that kind of a Wall Street, quote-unquote, person, right? Not because they're smart and they know about the markets, because it's a big institution that is managing other people's money. Now, think about that for a second. If they're doing strategies that are probably a lot different than they're putting you into, that is why a lot of people are so short on retirement. We have a retirement crisis. And with this potential bull market that we're seeing now, people are still not seeing the returns that they're hoping for. So that being said, you help a lot of people make smart investing decisions within those retirement accounts, 401ks, IRAs. So, and I mentioned in that, I think it was the second or the third segment, we're seeing a lot of people coming into these investing classes that are retirement focused. What are some of the things that you're focusing on for people that are a little bit short on retirement, but also people that feel they might have enough, but want to build a legacy for that family?
Well, I think the number one thing we teach is hope. It's not that buy and hold, which we really call buy and hope, but it's hope. It's knowing that there is something you can do to change the situation that you're in. You can't go back and change what happened in the past, but you can go forward. And there are opportunities that are available regardless of whether we're in a bull market or bear market. But when we're in a bull market, that's the time that you want to make sure that you are in the right assets, the right strategies to take full advantage of it. You know, a lot of people are just going to put their money into a mutual fund or maybe an index fund, and basically you're going to get average returns. If you are going into retirement...
And what is average?
Well, it changes, it varies, but, you know, the average return, if you look at mutual funds over 20, 30 years, the average return is closer to 4 to 6% a year.
Yeah, it's a laugh there.
Yeah, and when you look at the impact of inflation on there, that takes a big hit out of what you end up with, your real returns. You know, and when people look at their retirement accounts...
If you think about it too, Al, I'm just sorry to interrupt you there, but buying mutual funds, they don't really know which way they're going to go, but they underperform, which is really a shot in the dark.
But they can only benefit you if they go one way, and that's up. So It has to be in an up market, but the market doesn't always go up. So you have the opportunity to have some great financial benefits to you when the market is going up. Bull markets don't last forever. So instead of just following that, what Wall Street tells you to do is just hold on. Don't worry about what's happening in the market. Don't worry about if it goes down because it comes back. Well, when you get into retirement or close to retirement, the problem is the market may come back, but do you have 5 or 10 or 20 years for it to get back to where it was before?
Exactly. And there's really no picture-perfect strategy out there, right? So one of the things you want to do is have a strategy for all market conditions, but like we talked about in that third segment, is preparing now for that bull market that we could see.
Right. And there is no strategy that is right for everybody. There's no one size fits all. It needs to be unique and specific to you and to what your goals are and where you are now. The big difference between the retail traders that struggle and lose in Wall Street, which is consistently profitable, is that word consistency. They know how to benefit no matter what's happening in the market. Wall Street firms, Goldman Sachs, for example, makes about 57% of their profits from trading. And if you look at the results that they have, go back from 2008 through now, you're going to see consistency as far as the number of wins compared to the number of losses, the amount of profits compared to the amount of loss. And by the way, not only Goldman Sachs, but every professional trader, every full-time trader, every successful trader looks at profit as being the number one thing. Is profit compared to loss, how much you win compared to how much you lose. And one of the things that we teach you in these classes is the difference. What is Wall Street doing different than what you have been taught to do or what you've been told to do, and why is there a difference? If they are consistently successful, the public isn't. It stands to reason they're doing something different. And to be honest with you, almost everything they do is exactly what you can do, but they're not going to teach you how to do it because they need you to rely on them.
So, Al, there's strategies where when people are short on retirement, which means not having enough,
sure,
that because people want to have enough money at retirement, but they don't have enough to invest in to be able to get there. So when you use leverage in the markets, explain why that's so beneficial and how that helps people have the opportunity.
Yeah, because let me just say this for a minute before I go into that. What happens to a lot of people when they go into retirement or close and they realize they don't have enough, they start taking too much risk.
Yes.
And then it ends up being even worse for them. So there are assets, and we mentioned leverage assets. We talk about these in the classes that Josh is talking about. All of our students understand leveraged assets, what that means is that you can have a small account, but it can control something much, much bigger than that account. An example would be in the Forex market, the foreign exchange market. An account as small as $2,000 could have the potential to control something worth $100,000. There's 50-to-1 leverage there. That's how you can benefit, but with a small amount of money, but also if you do this right, if you understand how to do it, you learn the right strategy, you learn what's specific to each strategy, you can do it with less risk than if you just go into the regular market.
Yep.
So that's the goal. Reduce the risk, increase the profit, be able to do that with a small amount of money. So if you're going into retirement, you don't need to have a huge amount of money. And that's one of the things people think they need is this big portfolio to be able to make money.
Yep.
You don't.
Exactly. That's it's just being efficient with the capital that you do have. It's not putting it all into the market, which unfortunately a lot of people do, but putting small pieces in there, taking profits as we talked about in the third segment, taking profits when they're available,
right,
minimizing that risk as what you're talking about, and then having the opportunity to do the things that you want at retirement time. But it takes a little bit of knowledge and skill, and that's why we have these investing classes. Real quick here, before I give away seats for this class in about 1 minute, what can people expect to learn and come out of with this investing class?
Well, come into the class, and we'll talk to you about how the markets really function, what the potential benefits are, and how you can achieve those benefits. We'll talk about the different asset classes. We'll talk about leveraged assets. We'll talk about how to benefit not just in an up market, but in a down market, number one, how to protect what you have. No matter whether you are looking at a long-term portfolio or you're short-term trading, protection is the number one thing. You have to not let somebody else end up with your money.
Yep.
And that's there's three parts of a trade. There's an entry and there's two exits. There's an exit if you're wrong, which should be a small loss, and there's an exit if you're right, which should be a large profit.
Yeah,
those are the goals.
Yep, I like that. And the type of people that were coming in is like Skittles. There's so many different types of people coming in here to these classes. People that are some have been really wealthy and want to just protect what they have. Some people have retirement accounts. They're in the market, but not actively investing in it or doing it themselves, and they want to have more say or more choices with those different things or those different retirement accounts that they have. They want to learn the strategies to do that. There's ways to proactively manage those different accounts. We're seeing people that don't know a stock from a stick and want to see what the market's all about. That's who this class is for. So to come into one of these classes, we have these several times per week. We have a lot of classes because we have so many people coming in to learn about this. It's a great opportunity because the markets are looking pretty darn good right now. And people are saying, well, is it up or is it down? I'm going to say, yep, because it doesn't matter. We have strategies for all directions. So text the word investing to the number 210 right now for 2 seats for this class. It's the last giveaway of the show. When you do that, you're going to get a text right back. It'll say, "Welcome to Investing and Trading Live." It'll have a link with our landing page. Click the link on your mobile device. That's your cell phone. And it will take you there, and you can pick your own date. We have these during the week. We also have these on the weekends. We have these Saturdays. We even have them Sundays. We have them on Wednesdays, even Wednesday nights. So pretty much we've made it available to anybody at almost any time. So text the word investing to the number 210 right now. We've dropped a lot of different knowledge, some different hints on the market, some different wisdom on the markets. Let's hear today's OTA tip of the week.
Well, Josh, if you want to be successful, you have to stop telling yourself you can't do something. When we do that, we start believing it, and then that becomes our reality. So remember, no one can go back, and make a new start, but anyone can start now and make a new ending. When you have a combination of proper knowledge and a positive attitude, that's a combination that can help you achieve your dream ending. So to achieve anything, however, you have to take the first step, or you're always going to be in the same place.
I like that. When people have kids and they're learning different things, they're trying new things, you say, "Great job, so-and-so. You're doing great. Keep it up." That's what we got to do in the financial markets, is keep it positive. Keep working at it, because eventually, if you work hard enough, good things will come to you. Just text the word investing to the number 210 to get started on these strategies and techniques we're talking about on the show here today. We dropped a lot of knowledge, a great OTA tip of the week. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.